Hey, how have you been, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Stranger Things. This time we're on Season 3, Episode 7, Chapter 7, titled The Bite. So, it is called The Bite, right? I don't know, it is called The Bite. Yes, it's called The Bite. But the last episode, I've got very few things that I actually remember, but it was a fairly eventful episode. It was a fairly eventful episode. We had a look into kind of Billy's, like, we went on a trip down memory lane, specifically down Billy's memory lane, as Elle kind of visited him in her little upside downy vision place, and she saw the path that he went on through life, to like from where he started off and to where he is now as a person, a pretty shit person, but a person. But we actually, along with her, we actually saw that, he did start off as a nice little boy, a nice little kid, and it was like the love he had from his mother that made him that way. And I think like the way it always was for him was that the relationship he had with his mother was always nicer and more pure than that with his father, because his father was abusive. We've seen that his father abused him since he was a kid, but his father also abused his mother and kind of beat her and stuff like that, and it carried on like that until it got to a point that she couldn't really take it anymore, and she left, and she told Billy on the phone that she was never coming back, and then that took a toll on him. Then he was stuck with his father, and his father had only had Billy left to abuse anyway. So that kind of that torment kind of got internalized within him, and then he projected that onto other people, and he became that bully that we now see all grown up and stuff. And then we saw how Billy, his dad, introduced him to Max and her mother, because his dad got remarried, and then obviously that cycle restarted with Billy projecting that abuse onto Max as well. But yeah, I think that was like an interesting kind of sequence to see that I think especially since Billy was the first new host that the Mind Flayer actually grasped onto as soon as he was able to reform at the Steelworks place. So with that, I think Billy, in a manner of speaking, Billy is in charge of most things when it comes to the Mind Flayer's process of coming back to life in our world. And then that ending as well, that speech he gave, just repeating all the lines from the trailer, you let us in, and now you're gonna have to let us stay, and first we're gonna end you, and then your friends, and then everyone else in Hawkins, and then after that, basically the world. So yeah, that was horrifying to see. I think Dacre Montgomery, he is an incredible actor. I will say that much. He is an incredible actor, and I think it's very when you hate, not just when you hate a character, but when you can actually tell a character is that genuinely evil and they actually manage to pull off that kind of persona. That's when you know that they have skill. They know what they're doing. They know how to pull that thing off. And then if you want to see a character that he's played that's actually likable, you just go watch Power Rangers. Jason is a very likable character. He's the hero. So that's an equally great role he's played. But yeah, so Billy's memory lane, that happened. We had Mike kind of indirectly confessing his love for Elle. Kind of when the group were arguing about whether or not to let 11 continue using her powers with her nosebleeds and her putting her mind under that kind of stress. I think so far we've seen that Mike and Max are on very different ends of the spectrum. Mike is instinctively kind of protective over her. He is kind of he wants her to be careful. He doesn't want her herself to be harmed by any of this in any way, mentally or physically. Whereas Max, he wants to push for her to be a bit more independent, and she wants she keeps pushing for him to understand that she's her own person with her own mind. She can make her own decisions and all that. And then his final line is he's being like this because he loves her and he can't lose her again. And then that just shuts everyone up. Holy shit, Mike really went to that stage. He's already reached that stage. But we haven't heard him saying it to her yet. She came out. I don't know if she heard it. She heard a commotion, but I don't think she heard him saying that. So The words are yet to collide from the two of them, but I'm sure before the end of this season, at least I fucking well hope so, we actually get it. But I mean, they're still teenagers, so, you know, like late teens. So I guess love, I mean, he says it, but I mean, we've seen, like, we've watched as the kids have grown up, so for the most part, we know that the bond between them is actually true and pure and whatnot. So, but you know, even with teenagers, love can just be like a playful thing, and like, you know, like until they actually grow up, they don't really realize the true meaning of it or understand that love doesn't always work out the first time. But you know, we know that with Mike and 11, it's there and it's strong and it's good. So yeah, and I think it was only a few episodes into the show that they actually broke up, and into this season that they actually broke up. So, and they've yet to actually confirm having gotten back together. So, yeah, but that was nice. Steve took a bit of a beating. My boy Stevie, he took a bit of a beating. You know, progressively more brutal than the last time. I think the first time, again, like season 1, Jonathan, season 2 from Billy. And then this time just from a Russian dude, like an angry Russian general dude. So yeah, that happened, and they, like, Steve and Robin stayed behind to help Erica and Dustin get away, and then they were caught and tied up and given truth serum because the guy didn't believe them when they told him, oh, we're from Scoops Ahoy, we just, you know, we heard your message and you did all this stuff, like, we're not enemy spies from America, we're not here to intercept your missions or messages or anything like that. But he didn't believe them, so he gave them truth serum, and then we had a very, very kind of uplifting scene, a very, very funny scene of Steve and Robin just getting incredibly high off of truth serum. So yeah, that was also very good. And again, Steve, in the midst of his, you know, intoxication, Steve kind of gave away Dustin getting away and just calling in the cavalry and all that shit. So yeah, that definitely happened. And then also in the ending, as Billy was giving his speech, we saw that the host army, the flayed army, that Billy and Heather helped the Mind Flayer build up, were all marching on to the steelworks and just, you know, walking up to the Mind Flayer, and just like just gooping out in front of him like the rats, and then that sludge just morphed into him. So like that entire army is there to help him build himself up and become the biggest, baddest version of himself he can possibly be. So shit's gonna get real scary. Like pretty soon. So yeah. But that is pretty much all I have. What else? Well, we had a bit more of Jopper at the at Murray's with Alexei, and he said they can turn off the key, but it's a heavily guarded place. Like the underground lab is a heavily guarded place, so getting in is basically impossible. But Hopper has made the promise to Alexei that he can actually help him get to the key that's actually opening the gate, and shut it down before it actually before it fully opens it. So basically that door is ajar, but before you can actually swing it right open, they need to power that shit down. So yeah, that's basically all I have from episode 6. So yeah, episode 7, The Bite. Let's go.
Mom, the trees.
Oh shit, no.
The trees are moving.
Why are you looking at the trees, baby? The fireworks. Look at the fireworks.
No, Karen, the trees are important, trust me. The trees are important. No, that is some creepy shit. That is creepy as hell. That is, oh jeez, that sent a chill right up my spine. Tell me the Mind Flayer hasn't found them already. Tell them it's not happening this soon. No, no, come on. It cannot be happening this soon. Oh, you have got to be shitting me. You have got to be shitting me.
Wipe out.
Oh god, you two are adorable.
You're burning up.
Steve, can
No,
taste the air?
fresh air. Fresh air does taste good, huh? Oh, for fuck's sake! I'll say this much though, the Mind Flayer's not as big as I thought he'd be. He's here. Whoa! Oh shit! Damn! Chop it off! Hit the, oh shit. Someone holding it back. Ow! That's my go. There we go. Yeah, no touchy for you, Mind Flayer. Not today. Oh, okay. Oh shit! Whoa, sugar! Whoa, can she hold off both ends? She can? Oh crap. Oh no 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 no! Grab on, grab on, grab on, grab on, grab on! Grab on! Don't you let go! Don't you get your filthy hands off her! Grab on and don't let go! Pull! Come on! Oh jeez, trying to eat her. Come on, hold on, Elle. We are not letting you go. No, don't let go. There we go. Oh, ouchie. Damn, yep, he's big. Oh, he big. Yep, I take back what I said before. He big. Oh, Steve, come on, you're better than that. Time travel is happening, Robin. Time travel.
You're real curious to know what he's like in the sack. And you? Ha! Well, you're just a big man, baby.
Oh, God.
Because pull over, tear off those clothes, and get it over with already.
Jesus fucking Christ, Murray. It worked with Jonathan and Nancy, but it's not going to work with these guys.
Я сказал, что надо секс.
Что секса не было?
Dude, right. Wow, even Alexi sees it. Even Alexi sees it. And now these guys are best buds. You're looking in the cereal section for a bowl?
I don't know. What else do you use a bowl for? I don't know.
Salads.
You want to kill that thing with fireworks.
Hey, it could work. It doesn't like fire.
Yeah, 11.
Dustin? Mike?
Oh, the Back to the Future music is playing.
I always carry batteries.
Then what's the problem?
I need 8.
8.
You need eight batteries for a what? I mean, I know it's the 80s, but still, were they that expensive?
He's in the past,
Yeah.
so the future is actually the present, which is his time.
See, she gets it.
What?
He doesn't.
It's my turn, and you've had enough.
Yeah, don't look at it like that for too long. Oh shit! Oh, he's going down. Oh, they're going down. Are they? Nope, they're retching. They're gonna throw up.
Sweeter, older, better. So it is the same concept. No, it's not.
So it was remade in the.
Sorry.
Stop distracting her. She needs to concentrate. Wait, so the Coke was remade in the 80s?
Find him.
Oh shit, her blood. Wait, isn't her blood gonna attract the thing? They didn't even bother to clean up her fucking blood? Really? Gee, I mean, that's just a hygiene issue as a whole.
For me. She sounds awesome.
She is awesome. And what about the guy?
Yeah, not so much.
Drugs. It's not thinking straight. It isn't because I had a crush on you.
It was, oh, because he's popular?
She wouldn't stop staring at you.
She.
Mrs. Click?
Oh, she's gay. Oh, okay. Oh, she likes
I
girls.
wanted her to look at me.
Oh.
She couldn't pull her eyes away from you and your stupid
She liked
hair.
Tammy.
I would go home and just scream into my pillow.
Tammy Thompson's a girl.
Yeah, keen observation, Jackwad.
Yeah.
She's gay.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
And you can hold me tight. You can hold me on forever. Exactly.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, what the hell?
Boom! He got it! He gets the big prize! He gets the big prize. Aww. Does that look like a man who's killed children? No. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No! No! Don't you kill! No! Don't kill him! No! No! Alexei! No, please, no! Not Alexei! No! Why? Why? Fuck off, no! That is just bullshit!
They make an odd couple, don't they?
Not now, Karen! They're on the run for their life.
One for everyone.
Oh my god.
Alex? No! Don't tell me he's dead!
Just like for me.
Come on!
Stupid corn dog.
For fuck's sake! Jim, you have to end all of these sons of bitches. You gotta end all of them. Come on, yeah, chop his throat! That's it. That's it! There we go. And give the rest of them all the same, especially this one. Give him the exact same treatment. Yes, Joyce! Yes! Yes! Yeah, never make Mama Byers mad. Never make Mama Byers angry. But which one's the real Hopper? Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, nice one, Hot. That easy, hard to get a good few shots in. Oh, he's not dead after that? Seriously? Oh, but you know what? I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised. This is what, go for the, you should have gone for the head, Hop. Please don't shoot. Oh, is it Elle? Wait, are the other kids there? Are Elle and the kids there? Are they there? They're there! Yes! Here we go. The kids are fucking reuniting. Oh, sugar! Everything okay? Oh no. Oh, did she drain herself too much? Did she drain herself too much with the car? Oh no. Oh, Elle, what's happening? Oh shit. Oh shit. She's infected? Oh crap. Oh, the Mind Flayer's inside her. The Mind Flayer's inside her. Oh jeez. Oh, fuck off with that ending. Fuck off with that ending. No. Oh, come on. Oh, oh jeez. Okay. Whew. God damn it. God freaking damn it. Okay, wow, okay, so where to start with this one? R.I.P. R.I.P. to the man himself, Alexei Smirnov. R.I.P. to him. Oh god, that's like a Bob style death. That is a Bob style death. That man, that is like, cause I don't know, cause I saw him coming and I was like, oh, I thought he's just gonna like drag him away and, you know, tell him, you know, oh, you've still got a mission to complete, so come with me. But no, he just shoots him straight off the cuff and calls him a traitor. Fucking, oh, I want him dead more than anything right now. Like he's an asshole that I just want dead more than anything right now. But Alexei deserved so much better than that. He did not deserve to go out like that. Maybe like a self-sacrifice thing, not like a mercy killing or like a punishment killing, not like that. Like if anything, I would have thought if he's gonna die, he's probably gonna sacrifice himself to like stay, like something's gonna go wrong, maybe with switching off the key, and then someone's gonna have to stay behind to make sure it actually blows up, or to make sure nothing else bad happens. So then he offers to stay behind, like, I helped make this thing, I should be the one to destroy it. And then he stays behind, and then he dies that way. Like, he dies doing something good, not just he dies at the hands of some Russian prick. But God fucking damn it. But he did a lot of good. He did do so much good. He did so much good to it, like in his final run. He helped. He gave Hopper and Joyce all the information they needed. He stayed with them throughout. They had some ups and downs with the strawberry slushy. They had some downs and ups, but in the end, he did good. He was a good man. He helped them as best as he could, even with the language barrier. I think I'm glad that in his final moments he became besties with Murray. He became like good friends with Murray, just laughing on the way to the fun fair and just hanging out and just winning the prize in the end. He won his prize. He was so proud of that. He worked hard for that. Oh God, Alexei! They did him so dirty. They did him so fucking dirty. Oh, Alexei, you will never be better. You will never be forgotten. You will be sorely missed. You will never be forgotten. But, God damn it. R.I.P. to Alexei Smirnov. R.I.P. to him. He lived a good life, and his final moments were courageous, if anything, and righteous. Without him, we would never have gotten this far. We would never have known to go for the key. So he was great in his final moments. But yeah. What else? So that's Alexei. Mike, I think one of the things this season has nailed so far is the whole kind of love, like the love subplot that's been going on. I think it's really nailed it on the head with how clumsy teenage love can be. Because I think, I watched, I've yet to do a video on this, but I did watch Spider-Man Far From Home, like a few days back over the weekend. So the movie review is coming soon, don't worry. But I watched that recently, and spoiler alert, for those who haven't yet seen it. Betty and Ned, they kind of got together over the like whilst they were on the trip, and it's like almost as soon as they started going on the trip, they started going out and became boyfriend and girlfriend, and then as soon as it finished, they broke it off. And I feel like that was like and even with this, it's like with teenagers when they're in love, like they say love because they think just being in a relationship is all that love is, and they're they've yet to actually find out what the meaning is. And with Mike and Elle, literally all we've seen is what Hopper's seen as well. Like what Hopper's been complaining about, the fact that they spend too much time together. They spend all their time making out and just hanging out in Elle's room, doing God knows what, mostly making out. But they've yet to actually, I mean, as much as we've seen their bond grow throughout the seasons, they've yet to actually figure out how they feel about each other and actually confess those feelings. So I think that's and it's really clumsy as well. Like Mike taking the time, I think, to admit to the fact that he was jealous, because he wanted Elle all to himself, and he saw how close she was getting to Max, and now he can happily admit that he is happy she has someone else that she can confide in, and someone else that she can be friends with, and now he has reached a point of understanding that he's not her property, he's not all to herself, his word isn't the final word. They are equal kind of partners in this thing, and I think that's a real step up in terms of maturity for him, especially. But the clumsiness of it as well, the fact that he's just he knows he's kind of teasing Hopper with this whole thing as well, especially in the beginning. and the fact that they break up and then chances are they towards the end of the season they get back together again, like that whole I feel like that actually accurate, like I feel like that actually pinpoints what teenage love can be like. You know, you think you found the one, and then, you know, you mature a bit, you go through a breakup, and then you get back together, and then you maybe break up again. But that whole kind of rocky road of like first loves and whatnot is I think pretty kind of accurate to portray. So yeah, but Mike did admit his jealousy, and he did admit that, you know, like he couldn't quite find the words for it. He couldn't really say "I love you" to Elle. And I mean, part of me thinks it's because he doesn't know if he feel the same way, but I think part of him it's also because fair for Elle to feel the same way. But part of me also thinks that, you know, it's because he himself, he says love, and chances are he means it in the way that he thinks love means, which is likely accurate to what love actually means. But at the same time, he knows that they're still young and there's still time for them to figure things out. And, you know, this is still very early stages for their relationship, especially since having confirmed it. So, you know, there's still time for them to figure it out. And he like, before he even says the words, he wants Elle to make sure that she has an understanding of what this means, because she's still very new to all this, very, very new. So, you know, I think he especially doesn't want to have to rush her into anything. But, you know, again, I think it could also just be because of nerves. Like, he is nervous to actually tell her directly that he loves her, because it's love. It's a very serious topic. But, you know, I think that's like in terms of like young adult kind of drama, I think that's like one of the topics that like they've actually managed to nail really well with this thing. So yeah, that was Mike admitting his jealousy. Murray, he's continuing his ever so slightly creepy matchmaking ways, with moving on to Jonathan's mum and Hopper, with Joyce and Hopper. And I still remember when he said he kind of said, I mean, I say set up, but I mean, like, strictly speaking, I think he set them up more like physically than anything else. Like, again, that just like saying it out loud, it sounds very wrong. It sounds very wrong. But they were two consenting young adults at the time, so it's sort of less creepy, but it's still a bearded older man telling two kids that they should just, you know, drop the bullshit and just have sex and get it over with. But, you know, that's Murray for you. But yeah, in season 2, he actually did kind of tell, you know, Jonathan and Nancy that, you know, he sees through all the lies that they're trying to sell, and he sees that they've got like kind of, you know, like chemistry flowing between them, and that there's still unfinished business between them, so to speak, so that they should, you know, drop the act and just get it over with. But yeah, but now he's moving on to Hopper and Joyce, and just, you know, understanding that, you know, like all of that arguing between them is really just, you know, unrelieved kind of sexual tension. So that they should get it over and done with. And, you know, I think he nailed them quite well. I think he kind of got it like quite on point with his descriptions of them. Like, you know, Joyce being the one who's like, you know, like being with Hopper would remind her of like bad memories of being with a bad guy in the past, probably like her original husband. But, you know, but in truth, she does want a nice man to settle down with. And then Hopper's just like a big, you know, big like cuddly behemoth who doesn't really do emotional talk or sensitivity, as, you know, Joyce had to write out a fucking script for him to be able to confront his daughter and her boyfriend about their overextensive kind of lovey-dovey time. But, you know, after that, like, Hopper was right. Joyce was awfully quiet. So I think, you know, I think Murray does it. Like, you know, he's harmless for the most. I think I would say he's harmless for the most part. But, you know, like the way he says things does make you you can tell the way he says things does make the characters kind of question themselves and what they actually feel. And, you know, you know, like, without knowing him and what he's like, you would automatically think, oh, he's just a creep who likes getting people to have sex with each other or something like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's just a guy who, you know, he just doesn't tolerate bullshit, pretty much. I mean, if someone says something and he just easily senses like, oh, they're just faking that, like they're totally into each other, then he wants them to just put the bullshit aside and get through to that feeling. And like he admit, like, I think that, I mean, it's kind of problematic because at the same time, like people have their own way and their own way and their own way of dealing with things and their own pace at which they deal with them. And like some people need time to actually think about what they want, and it's not just as it's not just as easy as actually throwing all the lies aside and actually just getting through to the truth. But with him being him, like he likes to get to the truth. He wants people to know the truth in a way that they can actually process as well. But with this, like with setting people up, it's just literally just a matter of I see how you two actually look at each other, how you feel about each other, the shit that you've been through. So like the only people you're lying to are yourselves, because I'm definitely not believing that you're not into each other, or that everything between you is done. So yeah, so in that sense, it is a little less creepy. Like when you understand, I mean, besides from actually getting people to finally cut the BS and just actually get together, he doesn't. I think I personally wouldn't think that he actually gets any gratification from it or any satisfaction. Just the fact that he's gotten two people together and like now they're happy, if anything. But he's just, I think he's just a man of the truth, and like especially when people kind of bullshit to him, he just kind of sees right through it. So I think in that sense, like it's actually once you see him and once you actually get to know him, you actually know that's the kind of like truth seeker he is. But yeah, he tried to set up Jopper, and Alexei even agreed. He said like he asked him like what was all that about, and then Mario was just like, I told them they should have sex, and Alexei was like, wait, they haven't even had sex yet? Like even Alexei sees through that. Even Alexei sees it. So yeah, that definitely happened. So whether or not Joyce and Hopper will get together by the end of the season, we do not know. One can only hope. I think there have been a fairly supported kind of OTP from the show since season 1. But yeah, I think I do think they'd make a good couple. Like they seem like in terms of actual true parentage, like actually being like in terms of actual like legitimate parentage, they do seem like a married couple with kids. And then you also have like the kind of sub parents and like Daddy Mama Steve, Daddy Robin. You got Erica and Dustin became the parents in this episode. Just watching over drugged Robin and Steve, and just making sure they stayed and making sure they stayed put. Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, that light trip sequence. But yeah, that they became parents and everything. I think Erica and Dustin, I love their duality together in this series, and I love that Erica's getting more involved as well. Like the one thing she has trouble believing is like she believes all the stuff about the Mind Flayer, the game, all the sci-fi stuff, but the fact that her brother might be involved in this is what she actually calls BS on. Like, no way would Lucas ever be involved in this stuff. Like, even if it is nerdy, like he's a nerd, but no way would he ever be involved in this stuff. So I feel like that's an interesting conversation that they can have now that the kids are all reunited. But yeah, they are definitely a good, fun pair to see hang out. But yes, Erica and Dustin, they were great. What else? So yeah, Murray tried to set up Jopper. That happened. Robin. Oh, my Robin. She came out. She came out to Steve. So she actually revealed the truth. This is actually something I really wanted to talk about. She actually revealed the truth to Steve. So like when they were in high school, she wasn't obsessed and jealous because he was with another girl, but she was obsessed and jealous because another girl that she was interested in was with him, or at least was into him. So that's why she would always be so upset at the end of the day when she said she'd go home and just scream into her pillow. So she was always interested in Tammy Thompson, was her name? Or Tammy Thompson, I think, yeah. So she likes girls. Aww. So for our first official gay character in Stranger Things. That's great. That is brilliant. But I am genuinely really proud of her, because I think to add to the fact as well, like, this is the 80s, and, like, you know, I think, I'm not entirely sure of this, but I think, you know, I know it was in the military. I think it was in the military, and I think it might have been in the 90s, like, the whole don't ask, don't tell thing. Like, you know, don't ask anyone if they're gay, and don't tell anyone if you're gay. But, I mean, I've heard about it most commonly being used in the military, but I don't know. I don't know if that was incorporated into other industries or into other jobs as well. But it's the 80s anyway, so I have no doubt it was an era where, like, you know, like the LGBTQ community wasn't exactly, you know, up and coming and on the rise and whatnot, and again, acceptance wasn't exactly at an all-time high. But, you know, she still had I think I could. I mean, at first, like, and again, I was right. I got not so straight vibes from her from the beginning, and I was right. She's not straight at all. She's gay, so I called that one. But yeah, I mean, wait, where was I? But, you know, like, when Steve started kind of subtly trying to tell her that he liked her and stuff, and she was kind of like, you could see her facial expression changing, like, you know, she was kind of breaking down, and she couldn't really handle all of that. Like, she I think she felt sorry for him because, you know, like, she definitely didn't feel the same way, and she couldn't feel the same way. But it was like it was such a flip that, you know, like, you know, like, I think part of it could have also been because, you know, like, she did confess to him that, you know, she like in a previous episode she did, like, before she did confess to him that, you know, she was obsessed with him in high school and stuff like that, and so, like, he kind of, like, I think having thought about that, he kind of took it to mean that, oh, maybe she actually liked him like all the other girls did, because he was the popular jock in high school. He was the King Steve and all that stuff. So she was probably like those kinds of girls. But then she even told him, like, you know, she's not like other girls. She's not like his other friends. She's not like Nancy. But, you know, it's because she's not into guys. She's into girls. So I am super duper proud of Robin for having come out like that. And I think, like, again, I could tell just from the way she was breaking down, she had, like, her own confession to make, but she just didn't know how to actually word it or how to actually have the heart to tell him. But she had to get her truth out. She had to, and, you know, I can't say this enough. I'm proud of her for having done it, because, again, it's the 80s. I feel like that's like a time when, you know, like, you know, coming out as gay or as anything on the spectrum is just, like, pretty strongly frowned upon. But, you know, Steve as well, Steve's reaction to that, I love that. Like, he wasn't angry about it. He wasn't he didn't reject her. He didn't push her away because of it. He thought about it. He was like, you know, it was like one of those, like, super like kind of like heteronormative kind of moments. Like, wait, but Tammy's a girl and you're a girl, so if you like her, oh, that's how you roll. Okay, no worries. Like, that's literally how that conversation went. Like, she even had to say, like, Steve, come on, put two and two together. Come on, this isn't rocket science. It's homosexuality, but it's not rocket science. So yes, and you know, even afterwards, you know, he even, like, you know, he took some time to process that. But, you know, he wasn't pushed away by it. He still, you know, you can tell they still wanted to be friends. You know, like he still thought about it. And he said, you know what, you're gay. That's fine with me. As long as we can still be friends, it's chill. It's cool. And, you know, they just started kind of playfully mocking Tammy's kind of singing ability and like singing like Kermit from the Muppets and everything like that. That kind of scene, that was just beautiful. That was just beautifully written. And it shows how far Steve comes on, because I think, I'm not trying to say that Steve would have ever been homophobic, but, you know, season 1 Steve, like, given how like judgmental he was towards other people, and given how, like, you know, how highly he thought of himself. Like, again, I'm not trying to say that would have meant he was homophobic, but I mean, you know, like, I don't know if it was Jonathan or Will. I think it might have been Will, actually. Like, the kids who bullied Will and Mike and the other kids, like, they kept on calling Will a queer and like gay and all that stuff. And I don't know if that was like a hint to like how he actually was in school, like off screen, or if that was just them using like slurs as an insult, as kids did then. Yeah, I don't know if like Tommy ever did the same thing with Jonathan, like calling him queer or calling it like referring to him by those slurs, and like when Steve was around, and if Steve ever like how Steve reacted to that stuff. But with this, I think it's definitely better. Like it goes to how far he's come, that he actually accepts people around him. He accepts the people around him for who they are. And you know, I think it's a very strong like message to send as well. Like, you know, like someone you like or someone you know can come out as anything, and it shouldn't change how you see them. It should, like, you know, if you have a crush on them, accept how they feel. If they don't feel the same way, like in regards to like regardless of their orientation, you know, like, you know, if your friend comes out of something, you know, accept them for them. Like a label, like them saying how they feel, them implying how they feel, it shouldn't change anything. Like they're still the person you know, and if you have a crush on them, then accept that truth and then move it along, or you know, just stay friends with them like Steve did. I think that's a really powerful message that the writers chose to send, and I'm actually glad they did, because it is like. I think it is a common and unfortunately common kind of misconception that, you know, oh, like it's happened that, you know, like people have come out as gay to like in response to someone having a crush on them, and then that person has then just rejected them and shunned them and tried to defame them in some way, which is just horrible. But yeah, I am so fucking proud of Robin for that, and you know, I think I think it didn't even feel like a small scene. It felt like heavy and like at first in like a worrisome way, but at the end it felt like, you know what, like Steve now knows the truth, and you know, like it would be much better on both ends for like Steve to know the truth and not to be strung along with false hope, and it's better for Robin to have her truth out there as well. So you know, it didn't feel like a super short scene, but it felt like it felt just right. Like they didn't like string it along forever and ever, but it was enough for them to get the message out. So yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool, and I'm super duper proud of her. So yeah, so Operation Get Robin a Girlfriend is on. Like, I don't know if Tammy's still in Hawkins, or if she's in town, or if she even moved to Nashville. Like Steve said, she wanted to move to Nashville or some shit. But you know, if Tammy's not in town, we need to get Robin a girlfriend. Operation Get Robin a Girlfriend is on after we defeat the Mind Flayer. But you know, yeah, that's impending. I'm gonna write that down. Operation Get Robin a lovely girlfriend. There we go. Cool. So I've got that. Get Robin a lovely girlfriend. So that's pending, but it will be activated soon. So that was that. What else? The kids have reunited. So that's good. So I think Billy tracked Robin's thingy L to like that 7-Eleven that they stopped off at to get her some medical supplies, and I'm glad that they're showcasing more of like Max's kind of skating expertise. Like, you know, she skates and injuries happen a lot of the time, so she has to patch up and stuff. But yeah, so that was. But I mean, they didn't clean up the blood. Seriously, like even with or without the Mind Flayer stuff, that's just a hygiene issue. Like it's like if someone comes in the next morning, they just find like some like blood and like plasters and like used bandages just lying around on the floor. Like that's just basic manners and shit. But I mean, again, I know the end of like the world is at stake and the Mind Flayer's coming and we got to fuck him up. But still, come on, people, it's just basic manners. You know, and you know, and you would have thought that, you know, like you would think that they would have considered the risk of leaving L's superpowered Mind Flayer connected blood just lying around on the floor. You know, like initially I think, but wait, that cut on her leg. So like the Mind Flayer actually got like one of his little alien style like kind of like mini mouths to latch onto her leg. So does that mean? But then when they pulled the bandage back, like there was like that skin. It looked very obviously festered and infected and whatnot, and then it just started bulging and making noises and stuff. So does that mean like a piece of the Mind Flayer is inside her? Like has the Mind Flayer infected her in some way? Like is that how he could kill her? Like he just grow within her and then just kill her from the inside out? I hope not, because that then means that they don't have a lot of time left to prevent it. But I mean, I don't know. Or I think no. Or I think maybe it's just a way for him to track her. Like, you know, I think maybe he did consider the fact that, you know, oh, the kids are gonna fight back and he's gonna get injured, get some stuff chopped off. So better leave a piece of him inside her so that he can actually track her throughout town. And then Billy finds the blood, the blood that's now just like festering and slithering around on the floor. And he senses it, and then, you know, the Mind Flayer inside him senses it as well. So I think that it's probably just like a biological tracker of some sort. But yeah, so the kids are reunited, and that car flip, oof. Elle is not holding back this season. She really isn't. She just flips the goop monster from side to side. She, you know, tears people apart. She rips the Mind Flayer's like mouth half open, and now she just kills a bunch of Russians by flipping a car into their faces. She ain't got no chill, but this season is not a season to have chill. This season is not a season to remain calm. This is an all-out war season, and they need to kill the Mind Flayer once and for all. So, yeah, so that is it's very understandable that, you know, they've actually they've gone about doing that. But yeah, so that's. Is there anything else? Anything else I'm missing? Anything else I've possibly missed out on? I don't think so, but the Mind Flayer is big. Like, I mean, again, I think I did basically underestimate him, because I think in the beginning he's fairly small. Hold on. Yeah, he's like, that's him. Wait, let me go back a bit. No, that's forward. That's still there. So that's him coming through the woods. Yeah, so he is pretty big. He is pretty damn big. So all those goop people really built him up. But I think him being this big is still enough of a threat to, like, enough of a threat to the kids. Like him, like, smashing through the house and trying to reach them with his little mini mouths and stuff. But then, thinking about how big he was in the Upside Down, like his shadow form, if this was that big, that would be like a fucking mothership. I mean, he basically is the mothership. His hive mind is connected to all the Demogorgons and all that shit. So, you know, him, like, if he was as big as his shadow form, that would be big. And, like, that would be a mothership. So that, like, facing off against that, that would be like a Hawkins, the entirety of Hawkins versus the Mind Flayer, as opposed to just the kids. Like, they have to start recruiting civilians just to fight it. But they would need a cavalry for that. But this is pretty big still. Yeah, I think, again, it's the distance that does it as well, because it's like it's zoomed in on the distance, and even then, like, you can tell that's still fairly big. And then once you actually get to the part where he actually shows up. Yeah, like, damn, that is, hold on, wait, so that's when he gets ripped open. Yeah, she ripped his head, like, in half, basically, and it still didn't kill him, or at least, like, his mouth. Like, don't know where, like, does he have any vital organs that they can hit? Does he have, like, a heart or a brain or something? Or is it just like, just killing him, just destroying every cell of his being? Like, so they're running to the car. Yep. Getting Ellen. Yep. That's that. So yeah, that is pretty big. Up close, that is pretty damn big. Up close, that is pretty damn big. So that's all the flay. I think that's probably like all the flayed except for Billy. All the flayed except for Billy, who have actually been absorbed into the Mind Flayer's body, and become part of him. So yeah, so he killed people, and then made them give themselves in to build him. That is, jeez Christ, cheesy wheezy lemon squeezy. But wow, okay, so he's essentially the Thanos of Stranger Things. He's essentially the Thanos of Stranger Things. But yeah, wow. So the kids are back together. So no more. So they don't have Alexi anymore. So they only have the information he gave them up until then to actually get to the key and to get the key to shut down. And I think he told Murray that it's gonna explode as well. Like, yeah, well, or at least they want it to explode because they want it shut down and destroyed. So when it does explode, it's not going to be pretty. So you have to get far. So that I feel like that's foreshadowing to a sacrifice of someone's. That's going to be someone's sacrifice, because I feel like, you know, if maybe if something goes wrong and they need to stay behind to make sure it actually does blow up, someone's going to offer to do that. Or there's just like, you know, there's one person in there with the key, with the machine, and they won't be able to get away far enough or quickly enough to actually avoid the explosion, so they just say, you know what, I'm gonna go down with the ship. And I don't know who that's gonna be, but the idea of that just terrifies me. It scares me. It really does. I don't like that one bit. So yeah. So we will see in the next episode, in the finale episode. And I think that's the thing as well, like, because like with this show, like my plan, like, I mean, one thing I wanted to do was to treat this like just like another TV show, in the sense that I watch an episode once a week and upload it as like accordingly, like once a week, like the reactions. But then, like, there are numerous problems that come to mind when trying to plan ahead like that. For one thing, I can't guarantee that I'll always be able to record it once a week. You know, something else might come up and I just might not have the time, so that puts further distance between this. And for another thing, it's a Netflix show, a Netflix original, which means it's designed for you to binge. Every episode ends with a cliffhanger that makes you want to watch more. So it's just like, I'm like, you know, like, speaking as a viewer, I'm just too hooked to actually like leave this for the next week. And speaking as a reactor, I just like I can't guarantee I'll have the time next week to watch the next episode. And also because it's binge worthy, there are people out there who do binge it just like regular viewers, and then I can't go on anything online because it's going to be filled with spoilers. It's going to be filled with spoilers like deaths and reveals and all that shit. So I can't risk going online for any reason, unless I'm happy running into spoilers and just, you know, having everything ruined for me. So I have to watch this as quickly as possible. I know I could just, you know, like control my social media kind of attendance, or just, you know, have certain things blocked out, but I'd rather just get through this. Okay, the show is better than having to actually guard myself from spoilers. Okay, I'd rather actually get through it quickly. And I think one of the things I hate about that is the fact that, you know, I wanted to be able to put it, like, I mean, I'm still gonna upload this once a week, but, you know, I wanted to be able to put it in a way that, you know, like, you guys would still be able to, like, share your thoughts and stuff in between, as opposed to me having pre-recorded stuff and then releasing that on a weekly basis, which kind of takes away from interaction with the comments and discussions and stuff like that. But at the same time, spoilers and, you know, binge-worthy stories, binge-worthy content. So yeah, that's a bummer. It's a real bummer. But either way, it's been an amazing season. So I'm looking forward to seeing how everything is wrapped up. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have from this. Murray, Mind Flayer, Mike, Alexi, and I'm super duper proud of Robin. Super proud. So yeah, that is it for this one. So that was Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 7. I have it written as a 9, I don't know why. There are no 9 episodes to this season. Episode 7, Chapter 7, titled The Bite, which is what 11 got. So yeah, that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is going to be coming up in the finale and how you think everything's going to be wrapped up. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you guys next time.